Hello Virgo, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, Virgo, let's get started. How does Virgo currently view this relationship? Okay, Virgo. So we do have the Ace of Cups, we do have the King of Swords, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Two of Wands to the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Four of Cups. Kind of looks, well, let me do this, okay? It kind of looks like somebody's claiming that they're finally ready to give you what it is that you want. I don't know though, Virgo, because it looks like you and this person have history, okay? Y'all have history. It looks like you're, yeah, it kind of looks like you're perceiving this person as somebody who's not serious about you and is never gonna be serious about you, because that's what they've shown you in the past. So even though this person's coming back around your way claiming that they're serious about you and that, you know, they want something serious with you and that they're, you know, done playing games, you don't seem to believe them is kind of what I'm getting. For some of you, this could be a water sign, so a Cancer, Scorpio, maybe even a Pisces or an Aquarius specifically, or a Leo or a Taurus. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. All right, let's look at this person a little bit more, shall we? How does this person currently view this relationship with Virgo? We have the Page of Wands to the Nine of Swords, and then we also have the Emperor out here. Okay. This person's very worried and concerned that you're not going to take them seriously, which is exactly what's happening, which is exactly what they were hoping wouldn't happen, is what I'm getting. Okay. So, I mean, at this point, dude, this is just kind of acting as a double confirmation that you and this individual have history with one another. This person in some way, shape, or form has revealed to you, again, in some way, shape, or form, that they're just not serious, right, about you and, you know, their relationship with you. But I am definitely getting that they're quote unquote claiming, you know, that, you know, they are serious about you and that they're done playing games and that they, you know, really do want to build towards something, you know, everlasting with you. But I don't know, dude. I feel like this person has shown you on several different occasions in the past that, you know, they're either not serious about you or this relationship that they share with you, or that they haven't essentially changed. Okay, let's keep going, shall we? How does a Virgo currently feel? Damn, Virgo, you keep showing up with the same energy. We got the Two of Wands again to the Four of Cups to the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this person, they're coming back around your way, saying all the right things and doing all the right things and, you know, really trying their hardest, Virgo, you know, to show you, you know, that they're really serious and that they're done playing games and blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, yeah. Yeah, I know, you've told me many times before. I know, I get it. You've said this to me a million times. The only difference is, now anyways, is that you just don't believe them. In fact, you absolutely refuse to believe that this person's finally ready to give you what you want, finally ready to do right by you in this dynamic that the two of you once upon a time had with one another. Okay, fair enough. Let's look at this person, shall we? How does this person currently feel? Let's see. So we do have the Four of Pentacles. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this person looks at you like you're a Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is considered to be the perfect partner card. So this person does perceive you, right, as somebody who's perfect for them, as someone that they aren't ready to let go of, as somebody that they don't want to essentially lose. Hence why they're trying their hardest to basically get you back. So it kind of makes sense as to why this person wants you back. It makes sense. I mean, you're a Queen of Pentacles. I mean, come on, it makes sense, right? Why they would want you back, but kind of looks like you have your reasons, you know, as to why you don't want this individual back in your life. I do want to look at the King of Swords, though. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Tell me more about the King of Swords. Very nice. Tell me more about the King of Swords. person does have a lot of like regret when it comes down to, you know, how they went about their relationship with you in the past, which is the very thing that caused them to essentially lose you, you know, to begin with. But it kind of looks like during this time that you guys spent apart from one another, you know, I am definitely getting that, you know, that this, you know, ending between the two of you, it did put a lot of things into perspective for them. It did cause them to essentially realize that, yeah, the way that they were going about their relationship with you was, you know, the reason why they ended up losing you and everything that they were able to essentially, you know, build with you. They just want a chance slash opportunity. You know what I mean? Yeah, they just want a chance slash opportunity to show you how much they've changed. I'm also getting that this person was anticipating slash expecting that you would just turn around and just accept them back into your life with open arms, but it kind of looks like that's not playing out that way. It's not playing out that way. It's not playing out the way that they thought it would. Granted, they were a little bit worried and concerned, right? That you wouldn't, you know, believe them, you know, as far as like them claiming that they've changed and them claiming that they're done playing these little games and stuff like that. It was a worrying concern that they had, but they were leaning far more towards, oh, Virgo's, you know, they're going to take me back. They're going to accept me back into their life with open arms. You know, that's just what Virgo's going to do. Maybe because you've done it many times, but it kind of looks like you're not doing that this time around, causing this person to have no other choice but to go extra, extra, extra hard to basically get you back. Okay. What actions will this person take towards Virgo? Or moving forward? This to me feels like reverse psychology, which feels like games, the very thing that they're claiming, you know, they're done doing, right? This feels like reverse psychology at its finest, okay? So it kind of looks like what this person's deciding to do is to fall back. Is like the best way that I could describe what it is that I'm seeing here. Instead of them going extra hard, you know, to get you back, it kind of looks like they're just gonna choose to kind of like fall back in hopes that it'll prompt you to start chasing them, because it kind of looks like this person's chasing you, and it kind of looks like the more they chase you, the more they find themselves getting absolutely nowhere with you. So they're going to use reverse psychology on you in hopes, fingers crossed, that it works out in their favor. But with the Ten of Swords coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this whole reverse psychology, these games that they've claimed, you know, they're done playing with you, is going to backfire in their face. So by them retracting their energy and deciding to essentially stop chasing you is not going to influence you in any way, shape, and or form to run after them. Okay, so I feel like this in itself kind of like exposes them in a way, because again, you know, using reverse psychology on somebody is a form of playing head games. It's a form of playing games. Like, so it is kind of like they are in a way kind of exposing themselves a tad bit. Like, they're not going to tell you, I'm going to retract my energy, Virgo, so that way you can start chasing me. Like, they're not going to tell you that. They're just going to turn around and do it, you know, but it's stemming from a place of, let me use reverse psychology on Virgo and see what happens. But it kind of looks like it's going to backfire in this person's face, because you're not going to come running after them when they do retract their energy. What actions will Virgo take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the Tower, we have the Six of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. Damn, Virgo, you keep showing up with that Seven of Wands, Four of Cups energy. The only thing that we're missing now is the Two of Wands. Instead, we have the World out here. It looks like the moment you decided to bring this dynamic between you and this person to an end, you weren't joking. Like, you were dead serious about closing this cycle out here between you and this person and never revisiting it ever again. And it kind of makes sense as to why you don't want to revisit this connection ever again. It kind of looks like the moment this dynamic between you and this person, you know, went south, life for you has gotten 10 times better. So, I mean, it makes sense, right, as to why you don't want to revisit this connection all over again between you and this person. I feel like by them using reverse psychology on you and just kind of choosing to kind of like fall back and, you know, stop chasing you in hopes, fingers crossed, it'll influence you to, you know, run after them. I feel like if anything, this is kind of like the epitome of them doing you a solid, them doing you a favor. They just don't realize it. They think that by pulling away from you is going to influence you to run after them, but it's not, because it kind of looks like you don't even want to be bothered by this person, so they're kind of doing you a favor without realizing it. All right, what else can you tell me for this person to the right of me? Okay. We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Sun, and then we also have the Four of Swords. So once this person realizes that by them using reverse psychology on you is not really getting them the outcome that they want as far as you running after them is concerned, it's gonna influence this person to have no other choice but to get up and chase you again, is what I'm getting. Okay. Do I feel like by them chasing you, it's going to like influence you, you know, to like, you know, taking them back? No. I mean, you keep showing up as a Four of Cups. So that's kind of like insinuating, Virgo, that this is not somebody that you have any sort of like emotions for. Like, I am getting that once upon a time, yeah, you could have had a lot of emotions for this person. I mean, it's a possibility, but it doesn't look like you have any sort of emotions for this person anymore. It's evident to me that this person still has a lot of emotions, you know, for you, but the feeling is not essentially mutual. I feel like they're still emotionally checked in and you've definitely checked out, emotionally speaking. So not only do you come off to me as somebody who doesn't have the energy to try to make this dynamic between the two of you work ever again, but your heart's not in it anymore. Their heart is still in it. They still have the energy and the drive, right, to keep fighting for you in their relationship with you, but it's just not the same. You don't have the energy or the drive to fight for this anymore. And you also don't have, you know, emotions, you know, for this person anymore. So without the drive and, you know, the emotional attachment, you know, that you obviously used to have, right, for this person, I mean, this relationship between the two of you, it's going to go nowhere, and it's going to go nowhere fast because you're just not emotionally invested anymore. You just don't have the energy anymore to fight for this. So I think that they think that if they just keep chasing you, that eventually, you know, you'll turn around and, you know, give them exactly what they want, which is basically you and whatever it is that they once upon a time had with you. It just doesn't look like it's going to play out that way, but that's just kind of what they think, right? They think that if they keep chasing you, they're bound to get the outcome that they want, but it kind of looks like that's not going to work out. Just like they thought, okay, well, if I use reverse psychology on Virgo, they'll start chasing me, and it kind of looks like that also didn't essentially work out. It's like they're trying to constantly figure out ways to get you back, and everything that they could essentially think of to try to get you back is just not working out, you know, in this person's favor. And the reason why it's not working out in this person's favor is because they kind of push you to that point of no return. You know, the fact that you've checked out mentally, emotionally, and physically, it's a done deal. I've never seen somebody check out mentally and emotionally as well as physically and revisit a connection ever again. I think that this person kind of like pushed you a little too far is kind of what I'm getting. That, you know, when it comes down to this tower moment that you guys experience, whenever it is that you guys did experience this tower moment, it was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back for you. So it, you know, it just kind of looks like they're wasting their time chasing you and pining after you and pulling for this like reconciliation between the two of you, because it's just not something that I see this person getting in the end. And it's not something that I see you giving them because you don't have the desire to do so. You don't have the energy to do so, and your heart's just not in it anymore. So then there's that. But yeah, Virgo, that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.